Okay, peace, y'all. I'm having some problems on Twitter and stuff like that because I'm having problems with my Apple ID. People using it. So hopefully that'll come to a conclusion soon, so I don't have to take Steve Jobs to court about letting people use my Apple ID that I had to pay for. It come with that $1,200 Apple iPhone X that I paid for. I need my Apple ID, Steve. I did pay the money. And I paid for iTunes. I paid for Apple Music. I didn't pay Apple so much money. I'm like, look, give me my Apple ID and stop using it. Do not let Apple steal your Apple ID. Like, you got to fight them on that. Because they be letting other people use your Apple ID account. It's kind of risky and ugly. It's bad. So y'all beware of that. The second issue I want to talk to y'all about is college entrance, okay? Getting into college admissions. You can say entrance or admissions, probably better say admissions. We are, as a black community, struggling with college admissions. That's bringing us way far down to the point where they're like, we gonna throw y'all back in the fields. We gonna make y'all do these hard labor jobs with very little pay. We gonna make it hard for you to get pay increase. We're going to make it hard for you to get higher education, meaning masters, PhDs. You can't even find research opportunities as a black student. It's tough. So much competition from foreign students and non-black students, and they only have so many spaces available. So it's like, how do you beat the competition and get in there, get your education done on time in a reasonable fashion that accommodates your lifestyle? And you got to get them on video. You got to get them on video. Okay? You take a phone, preferably an iPhone in there, and you video everything. If you can, broadcast it live. When you start showing the public what these people are doing to you from that university or at that university, then watch how things start to turn around for you. Watch how you start to get in there. This is what I did at UC San Diego, one of the most racist institutions on the West Coast. Don't want no black people up there, period. Okay? Most of the student population is Asian and white. Very few Hispanics and even fewer blacks. No mixed people. I didn't see not one mixed person up there that I can think of. And I don't know about the natives because they blend in. You can't really tell if they're native. So this is the student population I'm dealing with at this university here in San Diego County. I'm in San Diego County in North County. UC San Diego is in La Jolla. It's in the middle of the county in a very, very upscale beach town. A very big campus. They call it University City. Police department is off the chain. Rude and arrogant. And we'll ask you a million questions that you really don't have to answer. Nevertheless, since it's the university police department, they think they have their own rules, which any university will tell you that. We have our own rules that you have to follow. If you don't follow, you got to go. Okay, that's true to a certain extent. However, when you get in government funds, you don't just make up your own set of rules. You understand me? Your rules have to be in accordance with Title 9, Title 10, Title 6, Title 7, Title 8, all these titles of the Civil Rights Acts of the federal code. They're under federal code titles. You can look it up online, the titles, the title acts of the federal code, Civil Rights Acts, all kind of different civil rights for the handicapped, for women, for minorities, for socially disadvantaged groups, disabled. They have all these titles to cover this. So each college and university is bound to these titles, everyone else. If they are not following these titles, you got a few options. You could sue them, go to the media, protest, get a lawyer. Lawyers ain't gonna help you too much. You can go to the U.S. Department of Ed or your state Department of Education. The county, the city, and ain't gonna do nothing. You have to go to the state or the federal education agencies. Make complaints. Good luck with that. They don't care most of the time. Your best route is to go viral, go digital. You get them on video and you broadcast it, or you post it on YouTube, or you post it on Twitter, on Facebook. You go social media on their ass and watch how they get up off you and let you in that university. Or college, or trade school, whatever higher institution of education, higher education institution it is. Excuse my language. Higher institution, higher education. Y'all know what I'm saying. Whatever school it is, you get them on media on your phone or a video camera, whatever, and you post it. Show it to the world. Your next option is class action lawsuits, which I know a lot of people don't want to be involved with. It's too much drama, too much trouble. How you gonna find a lawyer? How you gonna pay it? If it means that much to you, you gonna do it. Do it. You find a bunch of people that's having problems with this same institution, this same school, and y'all get together and sue. The more people that sue, the more things will change. And you might find a good law firm or civil rights group that'll go into the lawsuit with you. And then you know you're going to win. It's almost a guarantee you're going to win. So we got to start making these steps to get ourselves into the university systems again. They have completely closed the door on black students. We have to mostly go to black universities and colleges or trade school or these online universities, which is outrageous. They have switched us out. I keep telling y'all they switching us out. It used to be the Mexicans that went through that, remember? They couldn't get into universities. Now they done switched it around. Now it's the blacks. Y'all can't get in. The Mexicans can get in. If their grades are high enough, God bless them. They can get in. You got so many people falsifying documents. You got so many people using other people's identity to go to school and get financial aid. You got so much financial aid theft. I can go on and on and on. Then you got the Dreamers Act that's shutting us completely down. Shutting us down for a college. Shutting black folks down, period. Even not period, whatever. So we must keep all of this in mind. We've got to start making some steps to get ourselves back in the door. To get us out of this depression, this poverty, and this suffering. You know, black on black hatred, black on black crime, black on black criticism, black on black debasing each other. That means just talking mad shit, being mean to each other. You know, we need to come out of this. One of the best ways to come out of that is to get education. Focus your mind on getting a degree or a certificate of some type. Doing research. Visiting different universities so you can accumulate a degree or a research study. We need to get off into the research area too. Blacks are falling way far off with research. We don't do enough research. Okay, studies, journals, and actual experiments. Making progress in the world through research. And yes, you can go to school for that. You can go to school and do just research. I'm participating in such and such research study, such and such experiment, such and such case studies. You can go to school for that. There's a lot of funds for that, actually, especially when it's in the science and sociology. They want mostly like science and social sciences research. Behavioral and social science and science research. There's a lot of funding and opportunities for that, and blacks need to take advantage of that. You know, you can live off that too, which I know black people are not supposed to be living off their education. However, that's reality. You have to be able to live off your education while you getting it and after you get it. And we all know this. And the Obamas sought to shut that down, of people living off their education during the education. Like, you should not be living off this money. Like, you should be using this towards schooling only. Okay, that is the theory. However, that's not the reality. And every student needs something to lean on. And expecting students to work is too much. For most students, it's too much, especially if they married or have kids or they got other stuff going on. See what I'm saying? They might have an elderly relative to take care of or a disabled relative. They might have, you know, traveling. They have to travel for certain reasons. They might volunteer. They might be going to 2 schools at the same time, which they don't recommend that. Excuse me, y'all. They don't recommend that. However, it does happen. People do go to 2 schools at the same time sometimes. There's various reasons why people don't need to work during college. So, you know, we need to explore some options and some realities about that and have some serious discussions about it on how to handle it and how to finance people going to college so they do not have to work, because that's very difficult and unrealistic. It's just too much. It's too much for most students. So this is all my opinions. I just wanted to throw this out there for y'all on this Labor Day 2021. I hope you had a good day. And let's, as a black community, start talking about this. Let's start working some things out. Let's start putting some things in action so we can get into these university and college systems, these vocational trade school systems, and get our degrees, get our certificates, and start making some moves. We do not want to be a population of uneducated blacks. A population of uneducated blacks is bound to become what? Slaves. Education is your freedom. Education is your power. Education is your step into the future. Success. Without education, you're going to be going back into what? Slavery. And trust me, they trying to do it. They putting all their effort into doing it. Putting us back in the fields. So we have to move forward. Get these educational goals met. Get into these school and educational systems and get things done. You know, get things done. And also, black people need to start becoming employed at these universities and colleges and trade schools. We need more black staff and employees. That's going to get us in too, as long as they're good people. So y'all consider these options. It's like, let's start making some moves. Always put God first. Remember your religion, your spirituality, and seek the guidance of God on all this. May all of y'all be blessed. Happy Labor Day. Peace. Black Lives Matter. Bye.